Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the role of wine in antiquity. Before we begin, just a reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Moving right along. Mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. What role did wine play in antiquity? Let's begin with the Greeks. According to Greek mythology, wine was the gift from its creator, the god Dionysus. According to the tale, the god generally gave Icaros, a nobleman of Icara in Attica, a vine tree. Icaros made wine and shared it with the local shepherds. Unaware of the intoxicating effects of the drink, the shepherds thought they had been poisoned and slew Icaros. With such an inauspicious beginning to the wine industry, it is a wonder how the gift of the gods would become the most popular drink of the ancients. Considering that the ancients did not have exactly a great deal of choice when it came to quenching their thirst, a few juices, goat's milk, and of course stagnant water, which wine was often used to sweeten their stale water, it is easy to see how wine jumped to the forefront. What else may have led to the major turnabout of wine consumption? In a nutshell, trade. The influence of wine in ancient Greece enabled the Greeks to trade with their neighboring countries and regions. Many mannerisms and cultural aspects were associated with wine. Wine also led to great changes in ancient Greece as well. The Greeks pioneered new methods of viticulture and wine production. They greatly influenced the ancient European winemaking cultures of the Celts, Etruscans, Scythians, and of course the Romans. As the Greeks established city-states throughout the Mediterranean, they brought with them a variety of grapevines. They also began experimenting and cultivating with wild vines to see how they would fare in different regions. The Greeks found that they did especially well with their native vines in the southern part of the Italian peninsula called Onotria, which translates as the land of vines. The Greeks were also pioneers in establishing settlements throughout the Mediterranean, from southern France to and across the lands far to the east on the Black Sea coast. Athens also provided a large and lucrative market for wine, especially on the island of Thasos. The Attican region proved to be the most lucrative for the Athenians. Many historians have theorized that the Greeks spread viticulture to far-off Spain and Portugal. However, competing theories suggest that the Phoenicians most likely reached those areas ahead of the Greeks. Archaeologists have discovered grape clusters, wine cups, Greek coins from classical times to bear witness to the importance of the wine trade to the ancient Greek economy. The Greeks extended their wine trade and viticultural knowledge to far-off Crimea, Egypt, Scythia, Etruria, and beyond, demonstrating the scope of their influence. What about the wines themselves? How different were they from our current wines that we enjoy? In actuality, they bear almost no resemblance whatsoever. In fact, wine had to be mixed with water to preserve as well as make the drink palatable. With wine so readily available, did the ancient Greeks have a standard recipe in an attempt to prevent intoxication? In Homer's Odyssey, he mentions the ratio of 20 parts water to 1 part wine, while Pliny subscribed to 8 parts water to 1 part wine as the norm. We also have it on record that Athenaeus wrote in a play that 3 parts water to 1 part wine was the norm. The Greeks were also fond of mixing their wine with seawater. This reference is first recorded in the writings of Coan. It was claimed that this mixture was common practice with wines produced on the Greek island of Kos. The locals claimed that the mixture helped this perishable drink to last longer, in the same way that salt was used to preserve meat and other foods. It is also interesting to point out that the consumption of undiluted wine was not only viewed as scandalous, it was considered barbaric by the Greeks of antiquity. Many cultures preferred to drink their wine neat. This style of drink was called by the ancients marum. Due to the lack of their cultures not diluting their wines, the Greeks saw such peoples as the Macedonians and the Thracians as barbarians. In conclusion, it is evident that wine played a vital role in antiquity and left its mark on many a culture. This brings us to the end of the role of wine in antiquity. Thank you for once again joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. Just a reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. For your convenience, we have also posted our email address and Instagram information. We love hearing from our subscribers. Please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or comments you may have. If you haven't subscribed to Traveler's Tales, please do. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Traveler's Tales will return with part 2 of The Role of Wine in Antiquity. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and history, Cartistos.